So, first of all, let's talk about how does Google rank, just so you've got an idea of how it works and what they're looking for. Let's not forget Google is a business, okay? It's as popular as it is and as huge as it is, it's a private business, so it's got a reputation to uphold, so it needs to present a good quality service to the customer, okay? So essentially, there's lots of talk about how the algorithm works, how Google ranks this, how it does that, all these different factors that come into it. But there's really two key factors that Google look at and what they want to present. One is relevance and one is value. So if you're looking for a lawyer in Miami, for example, you type in lawyer Miami, you don't want results of a Dallas lawyer company, for example, that's not local to you. Okay, you can't travel to their office and that's what you want. You type in lawyer and you get a dentist coming up on the first page. Obviously, it's not relevant, so Google needs to present relevant results. Also value, so it can be relevant, but it could also be poor value. So for example, you have a New York lawyer site, and when you go to the homepage, it's got videos about cats doing tricks, or it's got loads of poor text, poorly written, the layout's poor, and the customer's not getting a great deal of value from that website, then they're not going to present that either, okay? So Google looks at relevance, how relevant it is to what you're searching for, and also looks at the type of value and the quality of the material that you're serving the searcher, okay? So we're going to go into four key elements. One is the URL structure, one is the on-page SEO, one is off-page SEO, and finally we're going to talk about engagement metrics. Okay, let's get straight into it. So URL structure, I'm going to give you 4 examples. You've got a branded domain like this, which is just myname.com. So if I have a law firm, it's just myname.com. Simple, no keyword in there, nothing fancy, it's just simple. A lot of you guys who've got law firms will probably have domains like this. Then you've got russellslawfirm.com. Again, it's my name, it's branded, but it's also got what I actually do for a living. Then you've got the next one, which is branded with a keyword. So you've got my name again, but you've also got specifically what type of law that I do. So russellsdivorcelaw.com. You know it's branded, you know exactly what I do straight away. And you've got the more specific, which is divorcelawmiami.com. So there's no brand in here at all. It's exactly what the keyword is I'm looking for, I'm looking to rank for, and also the location I'm trying to rank for as well. So what we're going to go into now is each one. I'm going to go into each one and show you how you should structure your site in terms of pages if you have each one of these, okay? So the first one is branded. So russellparry.com. So obviously we have no keyword in this whatsoever. So what we need to do is we need to build some inner pages which are relevant to what we want to rank for. So for example, if I'm trying to rank for divorce lawyer or divorce law, I'm going to put russellparry.com/divorce law as an inner page, okay? Now say for example, I do family law, but I also do a number of niches within family law, a number of different types of family law. I'd build a parent page, so russellparry.com/family law, and then I'd build some inner pages underneath that, /divorce, /child custody, /injunctions. Okay, you notice I'm not repeating the word law constantly. It's not in the URL. I've put it in the parent page, and then the inner pages I'm just doing one word, or divorce custody, divorce, child custody, injunctions. Very, very simple. So let's look at the next one, branded with niche. Some of you guys may have this as well. So russellslawfirm.com. What I would do here is I would just break it down into the parent page, but instead of putting family law, I just put family, because we already have law here, we already have law in the URL. And then again, I just break that parent page down into inner pages. So russellslawfirm.com, break it down to family and then divorce, and then I might want to do something completely different. If I don't do family law, say I'm quite a general lawyer or do many different things, I might just do russellslawfirm.com/probate/real estate/estate planning. If I did all these different types of law, I just want to break down the inner pages. Let's look at branded with keyword. So russellsdivorcelaw.com, again, this is the specific keyword that we want to rank for. What I would do with this is, if you're looking to rank in a couple of different cities, a couple of different areas, I'd then break down that URL, that domain, into an inner page of, say, some cities, Miami, Orlando, and Tampa, for example, if you're in Florida, okay? Let's look at this more specific one. This is one that, to be fair, not many law firms would have set up for themselves. They would usually have had some kind of company, online marketing company, who have done this for them, who are trying to rank it for the specific keyword. So if it's divorce law Miami, you may then want to break that down even further. If you focus on specific areas of Miami, You might want to do inner page of Brickell, inner page downtown, inner page Coral Way. Or if you're just doing divorce law, but you want to then still focus on Miami, it's just generally, but you want to get more specific in the type of divorce law, you might want to do inner page of contested, uncontested, mediated, all these different types. So my point is that with the URL structure, what you want to be doing is including your keyword within the actual URL structure. Okay, so a lot of people do miss this trick, and it's helping Google out a lot, because one of the first things Google will look at is your URL string. So it's going to look at what you read within your URL, and then it's going to look at what's within your inner pages. Okay, so if I type in divorce law, best contested divorce law in Miami, then I want to rank here because I've got divorce law, Miami, and contested all of my URL before we've even started doing anything else. Okay? Okay, let's talk about on-page SEO. First of all, let's look at a Google results page. This is one of the results it shows. So you'll see here, the title is at the top. It's the very first thing that you see at the top of above your URL. Number two, you'll see a description. That's just below the URL there as well. So you can see in the title, this is a search result for Miami divorce lawyers, what I've typed in. These guys are coming on the first page. So you can see they've already got it in the title straight away. You could argue it's a little bit spammy. You've got Miami divorce lawyer, Miami divorce attorney, Miami family law, and to be fair, it actually goes on. It's a bit too long, so it tails off. In the description, you've also got it as well, Miami divorce lawyer, and they've also got divorce attorney again here, family law again here, which is relevant. But again, the description's a little bit long. You can see it's tailing off. But the point is they have the keywords here and their location, keyword and location here, and keyword and location here, okay, in 3 areas straight away. Next one, you want to look at the header one. This is it's basically a title on your page. So each page will have a huge title, what they call a header one tag. And this is obviously, Google looks at this as well for relevance. So if you've got a page on contested divorce, you want this header one to say contested divorce, okay? You want Google to recognize that this is a very relevant page, as well as the URL structure. So images and videos, again, this is something people miss out on. The images on your page, Google is an algorithm, it's a computer. It can't physically look at pictures. So if you show a picture of a divorce lawyer and it's in Miami, Google can't see that, obviously, it's just a computer. But if you tag the image that says divorce law Miami or something which is similar to that, then Google can read what's called the alternative text, the alt text. So when it scans the picture, it just sees what text is behind that picture. Okay, so you need to make sure these are relevant as well. Video titles, you want to be getting a YouTube video on your pages. It's probably your home page, and because obviously Google owns YouTube and it gives it a lot more credit. What you then want to do is title your video with your keyword as well. So then you've got that on your main page for engagement, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But you've also got that title in there, so Google knows within YouTube it's a relevant video to what you're trying to rank for. And content as well. So obviously all the content that's on your page, all the written text that's down the left-hand side, right-hand side, in the footer, in the actual main body of the text itself has to be relevant. So Google's bots will scan the page, and if it's got references to divorce law or Miami, it's going to pick up that this page is relevant to what you're trying to rank the page for, basically. So all these on-page factors come into play. URL is number one, you need to get right. Number two, you need to work on your on-page before you start doing anything else. So this is the next one, is off-page SEO or backlinks. This is often the one that people jump to or rush to before they fix their on-page, which is basically it's like trying to build a house without building the foundations correctly. So backlinks, you obviously heard a lot about what they are. Some people know what they are. It's sometimes very confusing. Your site here in the middle, this is your lawyer site here. It's basically all the links that are coming into your site from other websites. So essentially, Google is a popularity contest. So there's a number of different ways that it ranks, and a number of different factors that go into the algorithm, but number of links, volume of links, and quality of links is something that's very, very important. So say, for example, your website has 10 links going into it, but they're all from poor quality websites that were just built yesterday, then Google doesn't see them as particularly valued. Okay, if it's got 10 links from 10 huge sites, like let's say, for example, CNN, the BBC, these sort of huge news sites, and you've got good quality backlinks going to your site from there, Or if you're a legal site and you've got links from Avo, you've got lawyer.com, and you've got legal journals which are well respected, all linking back to your site, then Google thinks, actually, these guys must know what they're talking about. They must be important. These big sites are talking about your website, and it gives you more credit and pushes you up the rankings. Okay, so what you want in terms of links, you want a good mixture of high quality authority websites. You also want some smaller sites as well. You also want social media links, links from what we call citations, which is business directories. You want article links, blog links, and what we call Web 2.0s, which is sort of like stumbled upon these sort of social media platforms. You basically want a good mixture of links coming into your site, which shows Google people are talking about your site, people are voting for your site, and it's got no option to think, actually, this site is getting some quality links here. We need to push these guys up and see sort of how they respond. So coming on to the next point is exactly what I'm trying to say, is how they respond. No matter what all this other stuff, how much links are going to the site, or what your on page is like, or what your URL is, if people aren't engaging with your website in a positive way, then Google will not rank the site highly. Okay. What I mean by this is visits to your site, people who are coming and spending time on the site, people who are typing your URL in directly and going straight there. You might have done some offline marketing, you might have handed up some leaflets, something else where people are going directly and typing in your URL into the search bar. Search visits, obviously people coming through Google, people coming through Bing, Yahoo, social media, other forms, other directions basically. Google looks at bounce rate, and this is something a lot of people don't tend to understand. Bounce rate is if I type in real estate lawyer New York, and then I get a bunch of results on the first page, I click on the number 1 result, and when I land on the page, it's a poor website, or it's not very well laid out. Say I'm on a mobile device and I land on it on my mobile and it's not mobile friendly, and I just don't like the website straight away. I just jump off and go, I don't like this. I'll go back to Google, I'll choose a second option down. So if I go on the website and go off the website within within a few seconds or within 30 seconds, Google sees that as a quick bounce. So you've gone on there, you haven't liked what you saw, so you've jumped off again. So Google is thinking, hang on, is this actually a valuable result that we're serving up? And if more than a few people start doing the same thing, it's just going to kick you down the rankings. Active time on site is kind of the opposite. If you land on a website and you're on page 1 and I click on the number 4 result, but it's got a really good video right at the top, and I click on the video is 4 minutes long, I watch the whole video, I really like the information that's on there, and I start hopping around all the different pages. I'm on the contact page, I'm on the About Us page, I'm watching another video, suddenly I've been on the site for 15 minutes. And again, more people start to do this. Google's going to think, actually, these guys are doing something right. People are liking this website, so let's push it further and further up our rankings. So essentially, guys, that's how it works. Google is all about engagement. It's all about serving up good results and giving the user a great experience. Okay, so if people are jumping off, they're not going to like it. If people are spending more time on the site, they're going to like it. But beforehand, they're going to look at links. They're going to look at how your on-page is set up, and also going to look at the URL structure and how it comes together. Okay guys, so you've got plenty of information there to go away and sort of do what you need to do to rank highly in Google. Obviously there's a lot that goes into it, but these are the 4 key factors that you need to get right if you want to get anywhere near page 1.